Hey guys, welcome to Crye Airsoft. In today's video, I'll be comparing the Crye combat uniform and the Emerson gear combat uniform. Now, this comparison is not going to say which one is better because there's no question asked. The Crye is definitely better than the Emerson, but the question is the extra dollars worth it for getting the Crye over the Emerson for Airsoft? So we're going to go over some of the features and compare step by step, and then you guys can decide whether you think it's worth it to pay the extra to get the Crye uniform over the Emerson or other brands like TMC, LPX, those uniforms. So first, let's look at the cutter. The Emerson I've worn for over a year, over a dozen games. So you might think that the cutter is not true to the original cutter, but from my memory, the cutter pretty much stays the same for the Emerson. The Crye only wear it once because I just recently bought this, and I have another piece of Emerson gear here. As you can see, it's closer to the Emerson fabric, and I also have a Crye boonie hat, and you can see the Crye boonie hat fits more in the Crye over the Emerson. Now the Emerson fabric looks a little bit more faded, and it also looks a little bit more yellow or green over the Crye. Now in naked eye, I'm not sure how much of a difference this will make. In the next game, I will see if there's anyone wearing the Emerson MC. So maybe I can ask him and I to stand maybe 20-30 meters away in the woods while asking someone to take a picture of us and see which one is better. Now, in terms of fabric quality, you can't really see from camera, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. The Emerson actually feels softer in terms of the fabric. The Crye feels stiffer. However, when I put them on, the Crye one feels more breathable than the Emerson. I guess it's due to different, the fabric is actually different. And next, let's look at the craftsman of both of the pants. And along the main seam, this is how the Emerson gets stitched. And in the Crye, you can see the stitching is much more denser. I would say it's about double times more threading than the Emerson. So which means it'll probably last longer. It's tougher than the Emerson. However, as I mentioned, I wore this for over a year, over a dozen games, and it's still holding up. And next is the stretchable fabric. This one is a Gen 2 and this one is Gen 3, so there are some of the features that is different, but I'm not going to go over comparing the Gen 2 and Gen 3 as they're also in different brands. So but both of the Gen has a elastic fabric on the joint area, so the elastic material on the Crye is a lot more elastic than the Emerson. The Emerson, the Emerson feels like it's a soft elastic material, while the Crye, it takes a bit more strength to stretch it out, so it's a tougher elastic fabric. But between two of them, I think the main differences is their knee pads. The Emerson knee pads is a hard plastic piece, so then when it cannot overcome a stronger force, then it will crack. So it's like what I have here. Whereas the Crye knee pad, this is actually a soft, it's not rubber, it's a soft plastic material, so it's not a hard plastic material, so it will last longer in terms of impact resistance. And also this foam it's a lot thicker than the Emerson. And also the price. The Emerson, I think you can get it at around $60 to $70 for the whole set, and the Crye is going to be in the 300-ish area, so it's $300 more. Now that's a lot of money for a combat uniform, but I don't even know why I got it. Anyways, on this shirt, on the combat shirt, the center area, the Crye is a greenish color, whereas the Emerson is a brownish. And the Emerson has a pad, where the Crye, well, actually the Crye uniform did not came with any padding, so you have to pay extra to get the knee pads or paddings for the elbow. But I don't really need an elbow padding. There are times that I crouch down on the ground, but then I don't really need the elbow padding, so I did not get one for the Crye. And the second thing that I noticed is a bit different is their Velcro. The Crye one is not as tough, or it's not as stiff to unvelcro as the Emerson. Maybe it's not as stiff, so then things will last longer, but at the same time, it has enough strength to hold down whatever you need to hold from the Velcro. And in terms of flexibility, as I mentioned, I've worn both of these. Obviously, the Emerson, I have it on 36 on the pants and an extra large size for the shirt, but this is extra large in Asian size. And the Crye is a large size, large US size, and I have also 36 for the pants. And I don't know if it's the fitting or actual size difference, the Crye feels more comfortable. I have more flexibility moving from different positions than the Emerson. I think it's due to some of the stretchable fabric. It's not as stretchy as the Emerson. But the extra large and the large on the Crye is very similar in size. Maybe the Crye is a bit bigger than a large Crye is a bit bigger than the extra large Emerson. But where it makes a really difference is the pants. Or maybe it could be a Gen 2 versus Gen 3 things. Well, in the Gen 3 you also get the multicam elastic fabric, whereas in Gen 2 you get a plain counter for the stretchable fabric. So that might makes it stands out more, but again, it's a different gen instead of a different brand. So this is the basic comparison between the Crye and the Emerson. And if you ask me, is this worth it? It really depends on how you play, and it also depends if you're following a certain military unit or simply put a museum guy. Some of you may want to spend $300 upgrading on your gun to make a actual difference in combat. I mean, in the game. And some of you may want to spend the extra $300 in improving your BB guns to actually make it shoot better in the game. And I will really see if I can get someone, if I really find someone wearing this in the next game. So maybe you can see a visual comparison on both of them. In terms of quality and build quality and the overall feelings on putting on the uniforms, the Crye really feels better. $300 to me, I think it's okay, but then it's also in the tougher decision side. So that's it for the comparison between the Crye and the Emerson. So what do you think, if it's worth it to pay the extra $300 for the Crye? Let me know in the comments, and please subscribe and like the channel if you find this, if you like what I do here, and see you guys next time.